time to
Dual.
I'm just gonna hit record.
Was good.
Yeah, fuck you. Hello, ladies.
But how do I
and-
sound?
You sound good.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, but you sound good.
Go for it. Okay. Cool.
All right. So, hello, ladies and germs.
Hello,
ladies
everyone.
ladies and germs.
And hello, everyone.
And welcome to.
Dual.
My name is Jordan Alexandre.
My name's Trey. I feel weird saying my full name.
You don't have to. Why?
Cause like, what if like the FBI is like watching?
They always are, man.
I know, but like, I don't want to give them an easy out. I want to at least like have them work for if they ever come for me.
Okay.
I want them to be.
You want them to work for that?
I want them to work for this ass right now.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got
For
you.
real.
Jesus. All right.
So yeah, what's going on? So we have two. So technically we're live.
We are technically live.
Through
This
your,
is the first.
through your IG.
Yeah, this
what's
is
going on, people.
Technically the second Dual live because technically you did a Dual live.
Oh yeah,
We
the
were
transformation,
over there,
episode.
Yeah.
Exclusive episode.
Yeah. So providing
Exclusive on my IG, basically.
Yeah. Providing my phone stays alive.
Yeah, there you go. We can also switch to my phone.
Do you want to do both of our phones at the same time? We could put your phone in.
That's
that
really
corner.
absurd. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's fucking get it, man.
Give me a second.
Do your thing.
Yeah. And then we're also pre-recording as well.
Yeah, we're recording on that and we're recording on this. I really wonder how that's gonna look. Just maybe the top of our fucking heads.
Good God.
All right, swap that shit open, man.
All right,
here,
so we're gonna.
I'll put this over here so you can lean your telefono on it.
My telefono.
Your telefono.
Here we go. Live.
I'm gonna put on some
We're gonna
music.
switch
I'm
the
gonna put on
camera.
some light music.
And then we're gonna pop it right here. Would it be able to I would have to like.
Well, you can get closer, or we could just move it farther back. If
Or
you
we
want
could
to move my paintbrushes and stuff, that equally works.
Just to make sure it gets both of us.
I got you.
How's that look?
Aces. Yeah, no, because we could lean in and shit. Like, yeah.
Checking connection.
Checking connection. All right, we're gonna throw on some light music.
Super. Yeah. So that way we don't get hit with like the copyright. Am I live right now?
You should be. Am I live right now?
Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
I know you're live.
We're hanging out.
So.
We're hanging out. Anyway,
Hello.
let's do the official
it's
intro
two.
with
So it's
fucking-
two lives and a pre-recording.
Yep.
All at once.
All at once.
That's pretty good. Hey, gang. But
yeah.
yeah. Do you want to do the official?
We could do the official
Okay.
intro. Oh, we have to clap ourselves in. Holy shit.
Oh God.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dual. My name is Jordan Alexandre.
Oh God. My name's Trey Brooks.
Nice. The government's coming after
I
me
know.
now.
Why do we
The
have?
government's
Why do we
coming at-
have to do the full name?
I just like my full name because, like, for a long time, I was discouraged from saying my name as it's properly pronounced. I was like, I'm Jordan Alexander, and it's like,
Oh
well,
God,
technically
that's
not.
gross. Yeah, that sounds gross.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
I'm now.
That sounds like the whitewashed
it very
version.
much
Yeah,
was. It
of
very
your
much
name.
was. So now I'm
That
coming
sounds very
more-
gentrified.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, those meats were definitely gentrified. So
Those refried meats.
Those refried meats.
Yeah.
So now I'm coming more into my own, and I'm coming
Mhm.
more into myself, and I'm learning to accept more of myself. So I have to accept my name, and then I changed the D because of stuff with my dad. So it's like, you know, I choose to change around my thing while keeping it all the same, and
Sure.
you know, it works.
Okay.
So yeah. So how are you, sir? How are you doing on this
I'm-
fine day, Mr. Slow Motion?
I'm better.
That's good. I'm
I had
happy
a
about that.
migraine today.
Yeah.
I think it was my body's way of saying, "Hey Trey, you've been working for like 7 days straight,
Yeah.
so it's time for you to just suffer a little bit more."
Yeah, I definitely. Whoa.
Yeah,
Just a little bit more.
Just
I
a-
was thinking it was like your body saying like, "Yo, like cool it." Like
No,
take a break.
no.
Okay,
that's
no.
not how my body works.
was just
My
the
body
universe.
actively wants me to suffer at this
Oh
point.
my god! If you say it, it will come true, sir.
It's been happening. It's
Okay,
been
that's-
true. What do you
that's fair.
mean?
Do you think it's a vicious cycle type beat, like where you work so much and then you get the migraine and then it kind of like it just.
Well,
is
I
a
don't know if it's
repeating cycle?
inherently tied to like the work thing. It could be.
It could just.
I
be
know
stress.
I know it's been like lack of sleep, definitely stress.
Yeah,
Also weather sometimes does it for me.
that's true. It's the weather's getting different, obviously, but like it's fall.
Yeah,
but,
so
you know, it's officially.
It's just
fall.
it's just like something that I know. Something that I've just picked up on where it's just like I notice like if it's a combination of weather,
Mhm.
stress, things of that nature. I'm just gonna wave to
You're
our
just gonna
fans.
say what's up.
What's up?
You're just gonna say
But
what's
yeah,
up.
yeah, it's just a combination of those things.
Yeah, go for it, man.
But yeah, so but I'm feeling better now.
Word.
Yeah, I did the usual like pop some mollies, and then I just like.
And then wait, what's the
Deuced
fucking
out.
song? Pop some mollies. I'm something.
I was sweating.
I'm sweating. That's what it was.
I was
yeah.
sweating, like legitimately.
Pop
Yeah.
some mollies. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Oh lordy. Anyway, but yeah. So you're doing all right.
I'm doing better. Yeah. So and then luckily I'm having my schedule changes this week, so I'll have a bit more free time, which is nice.
Aces.
So I can kind of chill out for a bit.
I
It's just that every time it's the usual thing where it's like because I was installing a new show at Workspace.
Yes.
And usually that comes with I have to kind of mentally and physically prepare myself for how much of a process that is.
Yeah.
Especially this time around the rodeo because
Tell me, heavy jewelry.
it was like
heavy
sculptures and just a lot of like running around getting like video set up. Thank you, by the way. Which
No problem.
I'm actually which I mean, on a side note, I'm actually really excited that we were able to get that going.
Yeah.
Because now we can
somehow fucking fixed it.
Because now we can actually get like video art.
Yeah, and
pieces,
it's not just gonna be like a TV.
And that can be like yeah. Because like as much as I like the work that we get there, I'm just like, man, I need something different.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Shirt Off Different comes, and I'm just like, okay, this is
this.
So it's not an excuse. So, but that kind of leans into just how we want to be viewed as a gallery, where we want to be accessible to everybody.
Exactly.
So it's like it can be, it can as much as it can be the beginner or like amateur quote unquote artists where it's just like I've never I don't or like hobbyists where they can come in, set up their work, blah 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 kind of thing. It can equally be that, as well as these like crazy ass New York artists that just do whatever they want
effectively,
and I destroy my body trying to appease to them. But
exactly.
Yeah. But
you definitely have to hit them up, by the way.
No, I will, because their work is insane. Yeah. So, but yeah, other than that, I'm doing all right.
All right.
And then I had to, or like yesterday was like my last, not technically my last day at the paint and sip place.
Yeah.
But it was like the last like regular schedule that I'm gonna be on because I was taken off. They effectively took me off the schedule.
Now you're just kind of like per diem.
And then I'm basically I'm basically per
Mm-hmm.
diem, where it's just like if any corporate parties they need help with or like special events on Pratt Street and stuff, like I can make myself available. But it's just I was having that conversation with my boss there.
Yeah.
Where I was telling him, don't, because like he's funny, whereas he's funny in the sense that he's like this kind of like intimidating dude, but he's also kind of a softie. So he was telling me in his way of because like he's very stoic.
Oh, I see.
He likes to pretend that he's very stoic, but he's, like I say, he's also a big softie. So he was telling me, I think in his way of saying I don't want you to go, he basically said I don't do goodbyes.
Oh,
so
damn.
I'm gonna.
Dude, that's like an action movie ending. Not an action movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a movie line.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't do goodbyes. I was like, no, I feel you. I'm the same way. So how about this? How about keep me on the schedule? You have my number. Just call me if you need extra help.
Yeah.
And then I might be able to come through.
Word.
So yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about your work life?
I think it's going to be much more balanced now because it was very much out of whack the last at least couple weeks now.
Sure.
But I think it's heading towards a better place now, at least like starting this week, where I'm going to be at Makerspace.
Yes.
Devoting some hours there, which is good because I want to be there more often just to work on projects as well. And I feel like I haven't had the time to do it just because I've been pulled in different directions.
Word.
So that's good. Also, hi everyone. I'm sorry.
What's up?
I know we haven't been acknowledging the lives. Yeah. But we're basically just to kind of cue people in. We're doing a live episode of our podcast.
Yeah. For as long as
Instagram lets us, because we know Instagram are good people and we don't want to upset them.
Exactly.
But just in case the Instagram FBI is listening.
Yes.
But yeah, so
work life.
Well, yeah, work life. Makerspace.
You want to work on your art projects more.
Yeah, and then also, help out as much as I can and be paid for it.
Exactly, dude.
Because I spend most of my time there, and volunteering is cool. You know, so it's like, and I think there is more of a concentrated effort to have more members volunteer their time. Yeah. It still needs to be worked on, in my opinion.
Oh, my guy does it.
Because for the sake of transparency, I feel like they don't really listen to members as often as they probably should.
Not really. No, yeah. I kind of have the same opinion.
Yeah. So, and that's something that that's something that needs to be worked on. Yeah. But in my opinion, I do think that, and as far as hindsight is concerned, I do think it's moving in the right direction. Yeah. It's just one of those things where, and I'm beginning to realize this in other. No, there's the rain.
There's the rain, man.
I'm beginning to realize this in other facets of like just life in general, where change can be a bit of a fickle thing, where it's like sometimes it comes out of nowhere and you kind of just have to deal with it. Yeah. And then there's other times where it's like the change that you want, you can't rush it. It has to be incremental.
Patience, man. Yeah.
Yes, and I definitely get the frustration, especially when it comes to like stuff, you know, not to get into like a political thing, but it's like when you talk about social justice type of stuff, it's like obviously it's like when you see something and it's like, hey, this needs to change, and it needs to change right now. Yeah. And I'm definitely on board with that. And I'm also learning that, and this is stuff that other leaders in the past unfortunately had to deal with too, where it's just like change, especially change on such a large caliber and intentional change, and one that's for the better, or it's for the good of everyone. It takes a long time. Yeah, dude. Not a long time, but it just takes time. And I think it's because when it comes to stuff like that, it needs to be acclimated, or it needs to be kind of put in the right positions in order for it to work. Because if you try to like fit that square in a peg hole, you're just going to end up with even more of a mess.
This is true.
So
it's a good metaphor too.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So I have metaphors too.
You have metaphors.
But so yeah, or at least that's my new perspective on it. Because before I just, you know, I was very much the same way, and I think part of the issue too is that, and you know, I'm sorry for taking this to a weird place. It's just something that just naturally came up. Is that I think with our generation, we're so used to these things right here,
and instant gratification,
where it's like instantaneous. It's actually kind of crazy how, like when you really stop and think about it, this shit makes no sense.
No, not really.
Like theoretically, somebody from like Japan could be watching us right now.
It's true.
Like,
I think that Steven's watching.
Instantaneously. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
Like instantaneously, like even Steven, for example, like where he's, let's say he's at his house. Yeah. The fact that he's able to watch and interact with us right now, that's an insane. When you step back and think about that, that's actually kind of almost impossible. Like when you really, like, you know, without the technology anyway.
It's
but
literally a portal. Like, it's to quote magicians and shit. It's literally like a magic portal.
It's like a magic device.
Yeah. It's a black box, man.
And I think we're so used to, or at least our generation,
Black Mirror. I'm sorry. Yes.
Black Mirror. Yeah. And I think our generation, and then the ones behind us, above us, I don't know. Yeah. But we're so used to it, we don't think anything of it.
No, we're just like, no,
this is just a regular everyday thing. Yeah. But then we try to apply that to certain systems that are already in place that naturally tend to move slow for good reason. Yeah. Like there's a reason why. Yeah. And it's hard for us to kind of take away our modern sensibilities and understand things that like back then didn't have the same channels or the same conventional things. And it's like, of course it's going to take time because it's still playing catch up.
Exactly, man.
And as much as like it's frustrating, and as much as we want it to be on this like sort of even like horizon line kind of deal,
and it's all just going to work,
it's kind of just not. It's kind of not. And like the same way how our generation, we bitch and moan about stuff that we're dealing with. Yeah. Same thing with our parents.
No, seriously.
And they don't have as nearly the level of advanced, sophisticated shit that they have back then, or that we have now, or whatever.
I got you.
But yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things that I've been kind of, and like I said, we can change the subject, but that's just something that was that I've been thinking about for a while now.
No, but it's actually,
And it's teaching me how to kind of be more patient and just kind of, for lack of a better term or a better saying, kind of accept things as are.
Mm-hmm.
And also know that, like, if you want to change something, one, you have to put in the effort, and two, you can't expect it overnight.
Well, yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I definitely think that. I think that change is something that needs to happen. Well, it is the factor of life. It is a fact of life.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Go for it.
Yeah, keep talking.
Change is a fact of life. And without change, we wouldn't be here, obviously. But, you know, from the start of the fucking universe, which in Earth years is like 14 billion Earth years, a lot has changed, but it took 14 billion Earth years for us to get to this point. And I think what I'm trying to say is, like, change naturally has to take a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I feel like our bodies, or like our meat suits and our consciousness, our meat suits, our gentrified meat suits, is sponsored.
Yeah.
Fucking, and our minds and our technology are kind of in a dissynchronicity, if that kind of makes sense. They're desynchronized or they're desynchronized. Yeah, you got some paint on you.
I know.
Okay.
I chose this life.
You did indeed.
Yeah.
You did indeed. And I find it interesting how fast we have evolved, at least with the tools that we have, and how slow and how we're still playing catch up to get to those tools. To kind of get to those tools. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really have a point. I just find it interesting.
No, I definitely agree that, like,
I'm wondering about
things
future.
feel very disjointed.
Yeah.
Just because we're kind of like in this, like, this interstice between future and the past.
Yeah.
And just like what we're allowed to take with us and what we kind of have to leave behind.
Yeah, the dog's freaking out.
The dog's freaking out over this. Well, this and also what I'm saying. Yeah. But
she's fine. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. My only concern is that what would happen if everything becomes one?
Continue. Oh, you want to get into that shit? No, okay, let's fucking talk about that shit.
Talking about like how things are
Go for it.
Disconnected or whatever word you said.
Desynchronized.
And then once everything does become in sync, one, what does that look like? And two, is that a good or a bad thing? Okay. Because in my opinion, I don't look at desynchronization or disconnection as inherently a bad thing. I think it's kind of needed.
Okay, continue.
Because I think if everything is the same, then nothing can be different, or nothing can be allowed to be different.
Yeah.
But that's like my weird sensibilities. But yeah.
I wonder what happens if all becomes one. Well, technically, all is one.
Yeah.
If you kind of break it
down in a cosmic sense,
in a very cosmic sense, all is already one.
But if you're to take that literally, like as in like on our human level, where with all of our technology and all this talk about AI and shit like that, and how everything, let's say everything gets fucking uploaded to like one giant supercomputer,
one giant Google Drive.
Yeah, one giant Google Drive, and whatever kind of thing. The AI and human, there's like no, it becomes a point where the line officially becomes blurred and there's no distinction. Where do you go from there?
I don't hope to know.
Okay.
And
same.
That is.
I hope when that happens, I'm long dead and don't have to deal with that.
Damn, she's fucking clawing at the door.
She is just like, you guys need to change the conversation.
No, it's not even that. It's because of the rain and she's scared of thunder. So she's gonna have to hang out for a little bit.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Yeah, do you think? Quick intermission. How's everyone doing? Let me look at the chat. At least my chat. I don't know about yours.
I don't know, my phone.
Yeah. Hello. Simply Paul. Who is that? Hey, Natalia. Hey, Steven. Hey, Chris. If y'all are still here. I think it's like 2 people. Pause due to poor connection. Awesome. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. Just waving at peoples. Okay. All right. And we're back.
Okay.
And we're back.
All right. So, all becoming one.
Yes.
It's a very interesting concept.
It's pretty fucked.
I have pondered it for a very long time.
Yeah.
grand synchronicity within everything. It would be interesting if it happened. I've only theoretically seen it happen, but that's a conversation.
Yeah.
What you looking at?
Sorry, I'm just wondering if I rolled up my window.
I think you did.
I think I did too, but there's a
I
part of
think
me that's
you
just
did.
like, I'm pretty sure your window's
You
down.
can totally
Whatever.
check.
It's fine. Back to the pod.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
No, you're good. As long as
yeah.
my windows are rolled up too. So
Yeah.
It's interesting because I have experienced on acid, but like it's
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
It's crazy because you feel like the entire universe is inside your mind, and then you realize that on a day-to-day basis, the entire universe is literally inside of your mind.
Yeah.
And you are inside of it. It's like a
Well, it also depends on like how the trip went for you. Because mine,
Sure.
from what I remember,
sure.
was holistically positive.
I actually wonder about your trip because you had an entire experience.
It was intense at certain points,
That's
but
thunder,
not
by the way. That's
and
lightning.
not in a
Yeah.
not in a
It's gonna go-
not in a bad sense. It was just really, I think we talked about before
Yeah.
where it was more of a cosmic like kind of love.
Yeah.
That's like the best way I can describe it,
Yeah.
because that's just what I
Felt like
felt.
You felt
yeah.
like a giant warm hug from the universe. type
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
So my trip was holistically positive,
I'm glad.
which was good.
Yeah. Now, did you feel? Well, obviously that because like we're kind of jumping around different topics here, but we always tend to circle it back. Did you feel as though like? Man, I love rain sounds. And thunder,
Mm.
calming. Did you feel as though that everything could be one? Actually, let me just ask this in a general sense, not
Yes.
while you were with Acid Head. Do you feel as though that everything could be one?
Yeah.
At some point in time.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in our lifetime?
Well, I think it's already. That's why I mentioned cosmic, where
Well, yeah, but that's like grand scale.
yeah,
That's like the gesso. That's like the canvas
Right.
is white. Do you think the canvas could be red? If that doesn't make any sense.
it really doesn't.
No. Let me.
No,
rephrase.
well, let me say this, where it's
Yeah.
like, you're right in that it's already is
Yeah.
one. We already are one. The problem, in my opinion, is that as human beings, we either don't fully understand that in a spiritual cosmic sense, or we have to create our own bastardization of it, and it's never initially a good thing.
Yeah, that's point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do believe that you are correct, because I really do think that I was talking with a person about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try my best to reel back that conversation.
Okay.
But what was it? It was the box that we kind of naturally put ourselves in.
Yeah.
The box that we kind of naturally put ourselves in to feel safe. In a grand cosmos where anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that I
Right.
could run out the door and run into the rain naked and shit like that if
Sure.
I really wanted to. But because of
I wouldn't
this,
stop you.
Exactly. But
I don't
because-
think I would want to stop you at that point.
Thank you. I would be on
Yeah.
some other spiritual shit.
Yeah, I would just be like, just
Damn. Anyway.
see, that's what
Sorry.
that's what I'm talking about. Because like
for it.
when it started raining,
Yeah.
whatever lingering headache, it went away.
Really?
It's so you want to talk about everything being one,
Yeah.
synchronicity.
Fucking connected.
There it is. Because like,
Fucking
and I was looking, and it was funny because I was looking at the clouds earlier,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, something's definitely. I felt it. Like something rainstorm was gonna come,
Yeah.
and I was like, hopefully, I was like, I'm pretty sure like when it starts raining, my headache or my migraine is just gonna go away, and I'm gonna go back to normal. And sure enough,
It's almost like the pressure in the clouds is mimicked by the pressure in your head.
yeah, it's just
And
released.
the second it gets
Yeah.
released, it just. I don't know.
That's why I like the rain, because it's like very cleansing in that sense.
Damn. All right, let's
Yeah.
completely pivot to something else.
What else you got?
Let's talk about rain.
Okay.
Let's talk about rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
It's wet.
It's
water
wet. Do you want to? We can do like a Yelp review of like rain. How people do like Yelp.
3.5
You know,
stars.
how like yeah.
With umbrella,
How people do like
4.5
Yelp
stars.
reviews of like national parks,
Yeah.
which is kind of wild when you think about it.
Dude, did you? I think the time that you had was. I think the 3 stars was more for you. Was more because of your time that you.
No,
actually
because
had.
there's a YouTuber. It goes Jarvis Johnson.
Sure.
He had this old video where it was just like he was reviewing like Yelp reviews
Mhm.
on like national parks and stuff like that, and it's like some of them
What
were
were
pretty
people
wild.
saying?
Where it's like people, I think like one, to give an example, like one dude put like 1 star off of like Yosemite National Park.
It was raining
like,
the entire time.
No, it was just like, oh, there's no Wi-Fi, or like there's no.
It's a park.
It's like it's just like there's no like technology, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the point, bro. Like, why? And this goes back to the connection thing, where it's just like, or the synchronicity, where it's like, I wouldn't want that. I don't want. You need that disconnection.
No,
you need that disconnect from
I see what you're saying.
technology and the nature, where it's like they're still inherently the same.
Yeah.
Or one, but it's like
they're dancing.
There's pivots.
Exactly.
Dance is probably better.
They're dancing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily just one solid form.
But the same way how I can feel connected in a literal sense through here, through the phone, through the computer, and do whatever I gotta do. Yeah. The same way I have to do that. Also the same way how I have to disconnect from these and go walk out in nature and be connected in a different sense.
In a different sense.
Yes. They're all the same in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like one is for, whatever technological, parasocial, blah blah.
Yeah.
The other is purely for my spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because this doesn't help my spirit.
No.
If I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should.
No.
I don't think it should help anyone's spirit.
Well,
doesn't make it mad. It doesn't make it bad.
No. But I was going to say to your point, you said it's different.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that nature is better than technology or that technology is better than nature. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I feel like
one's man-made nature, the other's just nature.
Well, yeah, but
even though we're all part of nature.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
But even this is part of nature.
That's part of nature.
It's made out of natural stuff. Like it's made of shit from Earth. It's not like just as much as it seems like. It's not just like just materialized out of nowhere.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. But I do find it interesting that like what you said. I'm trying to kind of like grab onto it with the fucking harpoon.
Yeah, I kind of threw a lot at you. I'm sorry.
No. But like it's interesting how technology is not necessarily bad and nature necessarily isn't bad. It's more of the people and us having the option of choice.
Yeah.
Of not which side we choose, but how we spend our time in each or in any. Yeah. In anything. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like yes, 1 second. Yeah? Yeah, go for it.
The board? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
There's a board.
Yeah, it's cool. I painted it.
The paint is on the ground.
Okay, I can clean it up.
No.
Oh, that's fine. I kind of want to see what it looks like afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah, it's part of the experience or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, and the dog
We're
comes
back
inside. Yeah. She's cool. That's okay. Shouts out to Mom.
Yeah, about to say special guest.
Exactly. I actually can't wait to see what the fuck the board looks like with the paint.
Yeah, I just remembered that. Yeah.
That would be interesting to see.
Okay, Jade.
You want to go out?
Yeah.
Come on. Go.
There we go.
I would love to see what the universe has in store
Mm-hmm.
for the board. Let's talk about art for a second then.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna jump around. We're gonna jump around like the fucking song.
I have no notes for this episode, so I'm kind of just.
I'm fucking flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
So,
I literally just came back from a migraine. I'm just like, I don't know. Let's do whatever.
But it is. I think the common topic that I'm seeing, at least for now, is universe, synchronicity,
connection.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Better word. Thank you. Yeah. Connection.
Yeah. Sometimes I got good ones. Sometimes
you have good ones all the time.
Sometimes.
But yeah, homie. Like, I really do think that that connection is necessary, obviously, but like connection to a higher force, connection to something. I just say the general universe. Yeah. Because I painted a beautiful picture that I didn't take a picture of, right?
Because
in the garage.
Because of course.
Because of course I didn't take a picture of it. Yeah. And then my mom comes in and then tells me like, "Hey, the paint is all over the ground.
And
the
I'm just
rain just like ruined it." And now I am excited to see what the universe painted on top of my painting.
Yeah.
What the universe Trey Brooked me to fucking
sure.
The universe
whatever you say. Yeah.
To see what it has, and that's kind of like an exciting thing. But I feel like it would be interesting. The connection that we find within the grander expanse of the universe and the connection that we find within ourselves and each other. Mm-hmm. So to kind of extrapolate on that more, and again, flying by the seat of my fucking pants here.
By the way, we're recording.
Yeah, we should be.
Okay. Yeah, outside of the lives.
We're at 29 minutes.
Okay. Because I also was just like, I wonder if we're actually recording this. Or
that would be hilarious if we're not. That would be hilarious if we're not.
Just did it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, just checking.
yeah.
I feel like I gotta check.
No,
every
it's
episode now.
actually probably a good thing. Zimwa. Connection is
Mhm.
the true form of consciousness, which is an interesting way to say it.
Okay.
Connection is the true form of consciousness. Let's see how I could break down that statement.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can be consciously aware that we are connected to everything, right?
But we're also not sometimes.
But we're also not.
Yeah.
We can just be isolated in a room and just What are people saying?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Keep going. Just checked in that. Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
We can be isolated in our rooms and feel like there's no one listening to us. Kind of like I'm not choosing to listen to the dog because she wants to come in here.
How dare you?
And come in here and come out. It's like the storm's over. What I'm trying to say is, it's important to stay connected, but it's also important to know that you are always connected, whether it be from
Yes.
fucking this or nature or whatever
Or that.
or that.
I don't even know if that's recording.
I don't know. It could be dead. I was at 31%, but
Oh.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. I find the cosmic talk very interesting.
Yes.
You know, but then there comes into the realm of distraction, which is kind of like the rain and the dog and everything like
And
that.
your mom coming through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The realm of distraction,
Yeah.
where it disconnects naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're getting into a flow, you're getting into a rhythm. Let's say I'm painting, exactly. You're getting into a flow, you're getting into a rhythm, and all of a sudden, something comes in, interrupts it,
Yeah.
and you kind of lose the connection a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
yeah,
why, like, not to cut you off, but that's
No, go
why
for it.
I remember in art school,
yeah,
whenever I was painting or working on a project,
yeah,
and if it was just me in the studio, because like we had a shared studio at least like senior year,
yeah.
well, also junior year too, but like we had a shared studio space with like everyone in the class.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I would just be there by myself, like nobody else would be there, but I would still make it a point to leave the door open because I would like to, I like people coming in, checking out what's going on, and then see what I'm doing, and ask questions or just talk for a minute.
Yeah.
But it's like I like to leave that door open or invite that distraction because I feel like it's healthy in a sense where sometimes I get so wrapped up in my like what I'm working on
Yeah.
that everything else it's
Fades
like
back.
it's like tunnel vision where it's just like,
Exactly,
and that's good sometimes,
Mm.
but I think you reach a point where sometimes like that's kind of you kind of get too wrapped up into it and then you kind of ignore what's happening outside, and like I think healthy distraction is also good because sometimes people see things that I don't initially,
Exactly.
and then
Even you a day later.
Yeah.
See something.
and then like I don't, so it's like, and even if like people come in to say, oh, that's cool, or like they even offer, or even just say like, oh, this reminds me of that, or I think you should put that there. I like that because again, it's like you're like that outside perspective of like that just naturally kind of comes through. That I always like to keep that invite open. Yeah, it was the same thing like when we had a studio. That's why I like sharing a studio space with Ying.
Back
Back at Farmington Valley,
Yeah.
because I just like having that second voice.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy people's company, and
Yeah,
like
of course.
as much as I love having like just my own studio space,
Yeah.
I also very much enjoy having a shared space because I like that sort of natural chaos because it helps the work in a weird way.
No, it does.
Yeah.
It's almost like the universe kind of wants us to be more. I don't want to keep using the word connected, but like
Connected.
I know, but connected.
Yeah.
And even to kind of your point, like the universe kind of intervened in my art piece.
Yeah.
The universe added its final touches to my art piece,
There you go.
or the rain, or the world, or however the fuck you want to say. The world.
Yeah.
And I think that in this Libra season, as it is,
Hello.
I think that the true answer, or not the true answer, or a answer, is balance.
Mm-hmm.
Balance between this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of trying to find center.
Yeah.
Or at least floating around a center, dancing around a center.
Mm-hmm.
And the center should naturally be you, but you equally are dancing around everything else.
Yeah.
Everything is dancing. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just one big cosmic dance.
Just
man.
one giant cosmic dance.
Yeah, all just dancing buddies. Whether we know
What
it or
kind of
not.
dance? Is it like salsa?
They do the little dancey dance.
Or is it like two-step?
I actually do like salsa. I can fuck with salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin said something to me. He said the reason they call it salsa is because it's a whole bunch of shit that shouldn't make sense together coming together and actually working. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that is why it's called salsa, apparently, according
Okay.
to Kevin Ramirez.
So is that what the cosmic dance is?
I think that's what the Cosmic Dance is. It's a big salsa event.
I like to think it's
salsa party.
2-step.
Okay.
I don't know why.
But the thing is, it could be different. For me, it could be salsa. For me,
Yeah.
it could be fucking house music or whatever the fuck, you know?
I fuck with that.
Yeah, for
It's just
you, it
one
could be- it
giant
could be
dance
two-step.
music.
One giant electron or some shit.
Oh God.
That'd be some shit.
Electron this Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Shout
Yeah.
out, shout out, shout out. Shout out if you're still
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna try to see if we can like connect.
Yeah.
Because I know Live has a feature where it's like you could.
That would be some interesting shit. That
So
could
be
next
literal.
time.
It'd be a little dual live.
Dual.
So
Dual.
it's that'd be too much.
That could be next time. That
It could be-
next time.
it could
We
be
get,
next
the official
time.
setup and we
Yeah.
do some shit. But yeah, homie, like the natural need for connection. It's very interesting. You know.
Pico de gallo.
Oh, is that Devin?
Yes.
It is Devin.
Is it?
I mean, is it? I have no idea.
I don't know who this is. But shouts out to you.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the natural salsa of life.
Yes.
The natural pico de gallo of life.
Pico de gallo. Yeah.
A giant stew, man. It's fucking crazy.
Word.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Just trying to survive out here, obviously. But
Yeah.
equally dancing while doing it, and that's a cool
Right.
part. Did I ever tell you about the mushroom trip that I took, where I felt like awful, and then I brought myself out of it in like the last minute?
No. Do you want to go into it?
I can go into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on, I think the next song is coming too. So there was this mushroom trip that I took.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. 99% of it was awful.
Mm.
I felt like nothing was real. The universe was a simulation.
Was
Damn
this
well could
recent?
be. No, this was a while ago. This was
a
a while
long
ago.
time ago. Okay.
Yeah. I felt like the universe was a simulation. Jade wasn't real. I was just essentially I felt very alone, unconnected,
Yeah.
isolated from the world. And the thing that brought me out of it was a higher version of myself essentially coming down saying, "Yo." And he was like, Jordan, because I was like not crying but like internally crying. I was like, dude, this fucking sucks. I hate this. It's a very challenging trip. And the higher version of myself came down and was like, okay, so I want you to think about something. How does future funk make you feel? And I was like, it makes me want to dance. And then he said simply, like, so then just dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you this.
I think you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, just dance.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
a good, yeah.
Yeah, like the whole thing is like, it doesn't matter like what's left, what's right, what's red, what's blue. You know, what's this, what's that. If you're feeling the motion of the universe, if you're feeling good inside, if you're feeling whatever, you should naturally want to dance to it.
Yeah.
Regardless of if we're in a simulation, if we're not in a simulation, if it's this, that, or the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's still life. It's still you. It's still me. It's still all of this. So at the end of the day, you should still want to dance. You should still want to live. You should still want to experience. You know, we're here on this rock, floating in space for a number of years that is allotted to us. And then we go somewhere, hopefully, if you believe, or we don't go anywhere or whatever. And it's our right and it's a right to ourselves, not a right to, whatever, but it's a right to ourselves to experience as much as we can, to eat full from the plate of life. And it's really dope, but I don't think that we think about that too much.
No.
Sadly.
Well, I think people don't want to think about it because it appropriately fucks them up.
I
But,
feel that, dude.
I love you, boy. Shout, hey, Morgan.
Is that Morgan?
Yeah.
Holy shit, what's
They
up, man?
they said love you boys, man. I think we're boys.
We're boys.
Yeah, we're boys.
We're the boys.
All right, see you, gang. Hold on. Hold on. Oh God. Sorry, I'm having a boomer moment. 1 second. Bop, and then post. Sorry, having a boomer moment,
You're
but
good,
we're
dude.
good. We're back. Yeah.
But yeah. Drinking from the cosmic soup, man, and
Yeah.
enjoying its delicious flavor, and try not to get lost in the sauce. Yeah.
Get lost in sauce every day.
I get lost in the sauce
Every
What the fuck-
day,
what the fuck you
son.
talking about?
Like, what do you mean?
But like, it comes into play with like us getting tripped up, like me getting tripped up. Like last episode, we were talking about me getting tripped up over finances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or getting tripped up because of relationships or this, that, and
Or
other
the tree
thing.
falling.
Or the tree falling.
Yeah.
Exactly. When really, like, the thing I'm trying to do more actively is it's trying to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was having this thought earlier.
It's important. Yeah, introspection is important.
It is. But
Yeah.
even beyond introspection, like, I can work on myself up and down the street. I'll still be a fucked up mess, but, like, I'm not that
That's
fucked up.
not
I know.
always true.
I
yeah,
know, exactly. But you kind of know what I mean.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'll always be myself.
Yeah.
I can work on myself up and down the street. I will always be myself, regardless if I'm good, bad, happy, sad. It doesn't matter. But what I really want to do is, like, I was talking with Joe. Kind of talking with Joe about it. I posted a story on Instagram, and essentially I said, you know, man, why with the completion of every project is immediately another project. Tom Sachs says, you know, the reward for doing good work is more work.
Just more work.
Exactly. So why can't there be a period of rest? And of course there can be. I can allow myself that.
Mm-hmm.
But I talked about how I have this high, mildly joking goal to become a fisherman that expects to catch nothing at the end of a dock at the end of my life. Just talking to the skies, the stars, the sun, and all that shit, and just kind of expiring but enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it would be really cool if that could be achieved. But I feel like I would have to get to a point where I don't have to feel the rush anymore. I don't have to feel like I need to rush anymore.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. You know?
I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like, what is the big rush? Like, if God grants it, I have 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
Well, part of that is like, well, there's a bunch of different factors where it's like,
yeah,
parents,
of course.
like familial stuff, and then also just like societal, like you need to hit these certain markers in life.
If you want to be successful in
Yeah,
society's standards.
the same tired song and dance
Yeah,
kind of
but-
thing, and I think a lot of people rightfully are just like, yeah, no, we're not gonna, no. It was funny because like I was at work last week and I was reading this article about like and this sort of ties into like a little bit what you're talking about.
Sure.
Where, and I have my mixed opinions on this, but basically I was reading up on, because I kept seeing the term quiet quitting. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, is that like where people just like slowly slowly fade out of a job?
A little bit, yeah. Or it's like, I don't know, it's a bit contentious because like there seems to be differing like definitions and opinions, but the general gist is yes, where because I kept seeing that term like all over the place. I'm like, what is quiet quitting? So I looked it up and I read a few like articles on it, and basically ironically at work, but and it was basically the gist of it is you only do like the bare minimum. Effectively, like that's if I can narrow it down to like that little definition, is that you do the bare minimum and you don't overcommit to a job, especially if it's a job that you don't like or if you feel burned out, blah 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 blah. And yeah, a lot of mixed opinions from myself and also from like just people in general. And also I think it's mostly because the term, in my opinion, is not the correct one.
Yeah,
because quiet quitting implies that like what you said, where it's just like you're slowly
leaning
kind
back.
of backing out
Yeah.
until you do eventually leave.
Yeah,
But the way that people talk about it, to me, I'm just like, that's just setting boundaries.
that's fair.
That's just setting natural
Not
boundaries
overextending yourself.
for just your workplace. Like, yeah, I think you shouldn't kill yourself to go above and beyond if it doesn't lead to either more pay or
Whatever.
or recognition or a better position or what have you. And it's not about it you know, it's in this instance, yes, it's about the money, because it's at the end of the day, it's a business and it's even if you're an employee,
transactional,
it's very much transactional. It's like you can't do all that and just be like, all right, I'm okay with just not getting whatever. It's like, no, it's not all right. So I think, in my opinion, it's just setting boundaries. And they talk about how, well, in order for you to get better pay or whatever, it's like you need to go. It's almost of a quiet expectation of like you need to go above
and
beyond.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm not sure if I like that, because the thing is, like, I feel like I do that for the places I work at.
Yeah.
But I do it because I want to.
Exactly.
Not because like, and even if I know that like I'm not going to get like a pay raise or whatever, but it's like, I think it boils down to passion, like just loving what you do and being okay. Like, clear as day example, what we do.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like we're not making jack shit.
No, we're not making jack.
But
shit.
so why do we still do it?
Passion.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just
I wouldn't
it's
do
and
anything
that's
else.
to me like that makes the difference between some ho hum whatever job that you just go, you do your 9 to 5,
Mhm.
you get your paycheck and you dip out.
Mhm.
There's a need for that, or there's like a that can be okay as it is.
Yeah.
And I also think it boils down to just loving what you do. Like another prime example is like we weren't getting a bunch of views doing this, and then all of a sudden we look up one day and
Kabam.
we saw like 100 something
Yeah.
on the latest
like
episode.
185
It's
now.
like we would be like, let's say we had like 1,000 views, we would still be doing this. If we had just one, we would still be doing this, and we have been doing that
Mm-hmm.
because I enjoy doing this with you.
Same here, man.
So
Same here.
yeah, I think I'm trying to circle it back to what the fuck we were talking about.
Connection.
Connection, yeah. So yeah, I mean,
It's how much you value the connection to either your work,
boom, yeah.
to either your job, to the art that you make, etc.,
Yeah.
to the person that you're with. How much do you value the connection?
Thank you, because I was struggling to figure out
You
how
got it,
to
man.
circle
I got
that
you.
back.
Yeah, it's okay.
But no, you're absolutely right. I think it boils down to value and how much you're willing to put into that connection,
Exactly.
and also knowing when to cut that connection if it's not.
Boom. There it is.
There it is.
Yep. Done and done. Son.
Done and done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So be careful who you connect with,
yeah.
and be careful what you connect to.
Be careful what you connect to as well.
Yeah.
Because some connections are not good.
Yeah, they can be toxic.
Yeah.
Like connection to this could be toxic.
Yeah,
Connection
if you-
to nature could be toxic.
A little bit, yeah.
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 You're just stranded out there. You don't have any survival skills, like et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
If you're unprepared to go into the environment, or you're unprepared for
Yeah.
the connection, it's probably not going to lean.
Yeah,
into
I
it
just
for
think you shouldn't lean into one and just completely negate the other. I think
Of course, it's about balance.
balance.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
this Libra season, and that's Jade saying episode.
That's the episode.
That's the episode.
I think
Unless you want to
Mike's-
have,
I think Mike's here.
unless you want to have the part 2 where we interview Mike,
We can do that if he's willing.
if he's willing.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still alive, ladies
Everybody,
and gentlemen, everybody
Yes.
in the club.
This.
Thank you for listening to Dual.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate it. We
Yes.
appreciate you,
Shout out to
Chelsea and Amy.
Chelsea, Amy, Christian, Morgan, everyone that's on my live right now, everyone that's on your live, it's still all live.
Yeah.
We love you all. Sponsors.
Yeah. Eventually.
Eventually. What was another thing that we desperately not need, but just like we would like?
Money. Just kidding.
Well, that's what that's a sponsor. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
But yeah, homies.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had to come up with a name for the Dual. The duets.
I thought we were going with duets
I
as
like
our
the
as our
duets.
fan
Yeah.
base.
Shout out to the duets.
The duets. We love you.
Yep.
Please send us like a duet
Yeah.
to
that'd be
us.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would be
cool.
very nice.
Yeah, we can come up with something.
Yes, sing us a song, please.
Yeah.
If you want.
That'd be really nice.
That would be very sweet
Yeah.
if you're willing. Yeah.
All right. But
And
yeah,
we'll, we can play it like on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
But I think we can call it.
Yeah, we can call it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
I've
you.
been Jordan Alexandre.
I've been some guy.
He's
named
some guy.
named Trey.
Named Trey.
Yeah.
And this has been Dual.
We love you.
We
Take
love you
care.
too.
See you next one.
All right. Catch you.
Deuces.